All right. Wait. I need to know how to say your last name. I need to know. I forgot. I was typing out the thing and then I was like, I need to make sure I know.
You
how
make
to...
fun of it all the time. It's
No,
Gelinas.
is it
Gelinas.
actually? Okay.
It is actually Gelinas.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
What do you mean? Is it actually?
I don't know.
Like, how do you?
All right, everybody, welcome George Gelinas. He's a creator on Twitch, YouTube, and
Nailed
TikTok. Thank you. Known for his first playthroughs, playing things like RPGs, retro, horror, and variety games. Welcome, George. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. It took you long enough to invite me.
What do you
I'm kidding.
I was literally like, hey, do you want to come on the podcast? I don't even think you knew what it was.
Who had to reschedule a few times. No,
Okay, this is even. I had one, you had one. We're
I'm
even.
sorry. I'm sorry. We're hitting it spicy right now. Just a little
I know.
sass here.
We just hit the ground running. What the fuck? All right. Anyway, how has life been? Actually, I'm so excited that you're on because I feel like I'm gonna I don't know. Not that I'm out here I knew the band before they were cool, but this is kind of like how I feel. How are you? How's life been?
Wow, that's a great compliment. I'm not a band. Don't worry. I'm just a guy, but I'm doing well.
There's still time.
I'm just chilling. We're dodging the LA heat that's happening this past weekend. I have AC now. That's the new thing. That's a new thing that's happening with me. But how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Is he gonna interview me?
Maybe. You gotta have the back and forth. You can't. I don't know. Sometimes when it feels too one-sided to me, I feel like I don't want to talk too much about myself and be like, let's just talk about each other.
We're gonna get in it. I'm gonna put you under a microscope.
Go for it.
So here we go.
I have no skeletons in my closet.
As of right now. Anyway,
yes.
Take me back to the beginning of how you started your streaming journey, because I feel like it was fairly recent.
Yeah, it was. I started last year. I feel like roughly around January. I was kind of toying around with that idea. That's when I learned I was gonna get laid off at my previous job. I guess I won't name drop it, so won't get any letters to me. Well, true. But okay, I'm a software engineer by trade, but not right now. Currently, I'm just a streamer. But we got the news in January that I was gonna get let go. I think 6 months later, and then I was kind of just had this idea bumbling around in my head just a little bit, kind of just talking with some friends, and I think the catalyst that probably made me try to jump on this journey was I used to frequent a bar. I'm not a drunk or anything per se, but
per se.
I would go to the bar just to, I don't know, hang out. I would go there to read a book during happy hour. I'll get maybe 2 drinks, read for an hour or 2, and then go home. It was really nice. It was a little therapeutic too. You get to meate other people. This was in the midst of the pandemic or the post-pandemic stuff.
Okay,
so
I was in the midst.
I felt like I was, yeah, I was I just kind of looking for some social interaction as I could in my neighborhood. So I went there, made some good friends with the bartender, who was actually an English substitute teacher. So he actually did give me a bunch of book recommendations. But yeah, I'd meet a lot of different random strangers from different walks of life in there. And I feel like the thing that I took from that is a lot of them kept telling me is you really are just kind of easy to talk to. I don't know, you should maybe do something with this, I don't know, stand up, or you're a funny guy, you have some interesting stories. And I'm okay, if I'm bringing some just random happiness for 30 minutes to a random stranger who's hitting that happy hour moment, maybe I can just bring that in a bigger forum with Twitch.
Oh my God.
I guess that was it.
So were you watching streams for a while before you decided to do it, or did you just rip the Band-Aid off?
I did. I actually was pretty on Twitch at the start of the pandemic. I was watching it, I think, pretty much daily. Yeah. I think the catalyst or the thing that got me into it was speedrunning. And I don't really do any speedruns, but I used to watch all the AGDQ stuff, the Summer Games Done Quick stuff. I kind of really respected it because they're raising a ton of money for charities and stuff, and research. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the people do it for the love of the game, and it's kind of crazy to see how people break all the games that I loved growing up, like
they
Zelda,
break them
Metroid.
to a wild degree. I used to watch the
and I love the hype in the background too.
Yeah. Well, recently, I'm gonna cut this part out, but recently Neo showed me that he was actually on the stage for one of those, and I was like,
Oh,
like that's insane to me because that's like breaking the fourth wall. Like it's wild to know people like that, but yeah, I used to watch those all the time, and like I love that they would go into like late in the night, and you would just be able to like check back in. Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's like
love those too.
24/7. So like
Yeah,
whenever you had like the free time, so like I think in between like my work breaks, I would just
hit a
like pop
couple
it
of
on, or I
emotes.
just have it like on the. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, what the heck? What'd you start with? Equipment wise, tech wise,
uh,
I guess.
oh, for like streaming, or are you talking about just like
Yeah, with
like
streaming.
other
Yeah.
categories I watch? I started with my laptop to be my MacBook Pro. Actually, this one right here. Let me show you guys.
Mm, I can show
Bam. Started
you.
on this bad boy right here. This is where
Advertising,
all the magic
product placement.
happens. There it is. Go get a MacBook Pro
Use my code.
2017. Actually, this is a piece of shit, to be honest.
No,
But
I know. I got one in 2017 as well. It's also a piece of shit.
it has the Intel chipset, so it's not the best. The M series I think is better, but I don't have enough money to go buy another one.
What
But
do you
yeah,
have
I
against
don't
the Intel
honestly.
chip?
I just kind of was like the mindset's like I don't think I should get all the fancy equipment at the
Yep.
start for
Yep.
streaming. I'm just like, you know what? If I'm gonna like it, let's just do it on the shittiest thing and then see if it sticks. If it sticks, then we'll think about it in the future. But yeah, I downloaded OBS on
Mhm.
there. I used the microphone on the MacBook. I used the
Oh.
web camera on the MacBook, and it sounded like an airplane taking
Yeah.
off for like the
It.
entirety of the
Yeah.
stream.
Was it about
Oh,
to
but I also got the
combust?
Elgato capture card because I only did the console stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So what'd you play?
I tested out, I think, Sonic Frontiers because I was actually in the midst of that playthrough,
Mm.
and then I also played, I think, Resident Evil 2, like halfway through that. So I guess I did start my horror journey at the very start of streaming, but
Mm-hmm.
then it's it's kind of snowballed into everyone just wanting that all the time. I
Yeah.
love it. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me
Selfishly,
wrong. I
I
freaking
like
love the
those
horror
too.
games, but I'm just getting too.
Too
I get too
spooked.
scared. I jump in my seat all the time. People like to see the reactions. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have a cardiac arrest in my chair here.
So in between, you play retro games.
I do, yes. I love Final Fantasy, so I kind of wanted to start that journey early. So
Mm.
I did FF8 for my first Final Fantasy, and I met
Right.
like a lot of lovely people. I've met a lot of streamers who have popped in even to this
Mm-hmm.
day, just like in the chat, and like I would check in on their streams here and there. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love the Final Fantasy community. It's very welcoming, but sometimes
Wow, that's
people
a
might be a little
statement.
too
Yeah.
excessive,
I'm like,
a little too
whoa.
excessive with maybe the backseating. That's
Yeah.
what I learned about backseating. I'm like, oh, this is
This is
interesting.
wild. Yeah. You learn a lot once you're on the streamer side. You're like, oh, this is what they meant, and this is why they had these boundaries, I guess. But yeah, it's interesting. Whenever I used to post Final Fantasy VII stuff on YouTube, I would get like the most insane comments of like, "Well, you just don't know," blah blah blah, and I was like, "Oh, they're so intense." So it'd be like,
Did you
"I
check
love
the
the
secret
Final
corner
Fantasy."
here?
No,
Did you
really.
100% this?
Did you
And I'm
play
like,
OG? I'm like, it's right there. Yes, I did. It's interesting, but I mean, I love the games too. So you played 8, and then you play 14, right? Which other ones did you play?
I've played 10 recently,
Mm.
and I've also
Oh,
played
true.
Final Fantasy 4. So I've only played like just a couple. I'm kind of like milking all the numbered Final Fantasy series throughout. I think because I just want to spread out the different variety of categories
Yeah.
on stream. I kind of want
Yeah.
to hit like all the different buckets, not kind of just be shoeboxed in just
Yeah, that's a good thing.
JRPGs or just
Yeah.
platforming.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, take me back to how you started getting into gaming. Did you grow up with it? Did your parents show you? Take us back.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I feel like my earliest memories as like a baby was probably gaming. I remember the fondest memories kind of playing Super Mario 64 with my dad
Mhm.
growing up. That was like the only thing like I think we like kind of did like bonding over because like we didn't do any sports growing up until like maybe when I went to high school and like
Mhm.
college and stuff like that. But yeah, he used to do business trips to Japan, so he'd actually like import
Whoa.
kind of a few of those consoles here and there, and just kind
That's
of
wild.
get it to work on our TVs and stuff. So I played that with him. Also, my older brothers, who used to like just come and go through the house as we were growing up, because they're in like their 20s when I
Yeah.
was like a baby. So like
Oh
if they
wow.
had to go,
Huge age gap.
crash at the house, yeah, big age gap, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Super Mario 64, Glover was a good one. I don't know if you heard of that one. That's
Mm-mm.
also on the N64. That's like You play like a an
Oh,
animated glove,
I got that, I think.
and
No,
like yeah, and
yeah, I didn't really grow up with Nintendo. Blame my family, I guess. But most of those things go right over my head.
what did you grow up with? PlayStation?
Yeah, I played PlayStation and like CD-ROM PC games. I played a lot of Sims, like a lot of Sims. But yeah,
I heard
that's
Sims is great. Never
it.
tried it though.
It is amazing. It's one of those things though where you have to like find something to do in it. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I would say
Like
people
drown your
say
Sims in the pool.
that's exactly what I did. Yes. Anyway, back to you. So you played Nintendo, and then what else?
I played Legend of Zelda. That's why I'm wearing a Zelda shirt right now. Ocarina of
Uh-huh.
Time. But yeah, I played that with my older brother Anthony. And we played that and also Final Fantasy VII. That's how I got into Final Fantasy.
Ooh,
I
okay.
couldn't play that one as a kid because I was
Yeah,
too much of a toddler
yeah.
with a pea-sized brain. But I
There's a
did
lot
watch
going
it and it
on.
did blow my mind. It felt like I was watching a movie when he was playing that. So he
Yeah.
played that one. I think he also played FF10 when he came back here and there, just moving in and out of the house
Wow.
as a degen would do. Well, he's not a degen anymore. He's responsible.
Shit.
Um,
You're like, let me take this moment to slander my brother. Thank you.
he would slander me too. He's that kind of guy.
Oh my
In
goodness.
the loving sense, he would. Yeah.
So, have you always been into creating, or was streaming like your first go at it?
I think streaming was the first go at it. I feel like growing up, I was a very analytical, and
Mhm.
people would say I like act older than I looked in a sense of just like my personality and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Uh,
I got that too.
but also probably like maybe the pressures of just being like, since I had such a big age gap with my older siblings, it was like me and my younger brother was like
Mhm.
that was our kind of family dynamic stuff. So I guess I was treated like as the first child again, but then I got so much
Yeah.
pressure from like family and friends and just be like, you gotta nail it. You gotta get it right.
You gotta
But
nail
then
it.
my
What is
younger brother
it?
did get
Life?
the yeah, nailed life in a sense. She's like, get all these check boxes,
Damn. Talk about pressure. Um,
lots of pressure.
yeah. I feel like, and I'm just gonna talk about my personal journey with streaming. I feel like it took me a really long time to get into the mindset of like actually doing it. So for
Hmm.
you, before you went live and you had all this stuff, were you just like, all right, whoever's gonna be there is gonna be there, or did it take like a little bit of convincing on your own?
Um, I think I knew at the start it was going to be very rocky when I
What do you
hit
mean?
go live. I just knew like it takes practice. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I remember a story from a friend who read a book about like how like the Beatles kind of became a thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were absolutely garbage when they first came together as a band and they just performed at like dive bars.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes like practice and like I think it takes like about like 1,000 hours or maybe 1,000 times or attempts to like practice at that one craft that you're trying to refine is like when you start to get into your own kind of feel and your own flow.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like treat it as that, but I mean, even then, hitting the go live, it is still very nervous.
Yeah.
You're meeting a lot of random people if they do pop on by.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of leaving a first impression for like maybe a first few seconds here and there and be like you can overthink in your head like did I leave a good one? Are they gonna come back? Am I a
Mm-hmm.
little too weird? You have like all these little thoughts in there, but you start to quiet it down as you keep going. And
Mm-hmm.
then, I mean, when I first started, I never really did much talking, but now look
Oh,
at me just
really?
yapping like
I know,
nonstop
for
right
an
now. So
hour. I know. This guy. I know you kind of mentioned it earlier, but is content creation your full time job?
I want to say yes, but I feel like it shouldn't be because I don't make
Why?
money. I'll be honest, I don't
No,
make that much money.
honesty is nice. Yeah.
I think I do it. I think I do it for the love and the craft of it. I want to do more of the content stuff, but I feel like getting stuck in VOD hell is something that happens quite often because I stream so much.
Yeah.
I do stream like Monday through Friday, about like 6 hours each. So like kind of
Mm.
editing all of that every day does seem to add up, and I can't catch up on it as
Yeah.
like a one man job.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy it a lot, uh,
Mm.
as much as I can do at that moment.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like I at this point I learned a lot within like the past year. I want to keep doing this because it
Hmm.
does bring joy to me just to meet all you guys and have like that little sense of community every day. But I'm gonna see if I can balance a 9 to 5 on top
Oh man.
of the streaming.
Because I guess like whenever you
Go back.
started, you were already like out of there.
Yeah, well, I was still had a job, but like it was at the point where I had no work to do at the
Mm.
job, so I was kind of getting paid to sit at a desk.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it felt nice. I felt like I was big time streamer when I had like 1 or 2 viewers because I'm like, look at this fat paycheck I'm still getting from my previous job while also like just streaming
You're like, yeah, I do this
Final
on
Fantasy
my
8
own.
or something. It's like, yeah, well, this is I built this empire.
Oh wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm joking.
There was less pressure though at that point though.
Well,
I
yeah,
was like
because it doesn't
now
really
I can
like
kind of like figure
matter.
out like the sauce and how I want to like present myself with like everyone on stream.
Yeah. So I guess like as, since you're already kind of doing it, if it came to a point where you could like pay for everything and still just be a streamer, would you want to do that?
Oh, I'd totally be down to do that. I think at the like the dream, if you're trying to like ask what the dream is,
Wow. He's drilling down into the questions.
into the questions. I like I grew up watching. I don't know if anyone watched G4 Tech TV, but like
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of like a video game like kind of entertainment like show that they would have like different things for like gaming, but also like anime and like just pop culture stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be kind of in that scheme of things as a
Right.
kid growing up. That really got me in touch with all like the gaming news on top of just like the websites that like you would kind of like go on
Mm-hmm.
for gaming stuff. So that'd be kind of cool if I can get myself into that little space and maybe like report on things or just like show the love of gaming with all these different types of like
Mm-hmm.
platforms. Uh but yeah, I would like to do this full time if possible. I want to give back to the community. That's probably like my number one goal is if we do make enough. I want to do giveaways. I don't know. I like when
Oh, I
people do the
see.
giveaways and stuff
Yeah.
on Twitch all the time.
Yeah, those are fun. They seem like a lot to manage, but if you're like in it and that's what you want to do, it seems like it'd be easy.
Hmm.
So, what are some challenges that you have being basically your own boss? What is that like?
The challenge is being my own boss. I'm not a good boss to myself.
You love that.
um, I guess yeah. Well, we'll get deep into it. I guess I
Mhm.
suppose. I
And
feel like at the start I was pretty gun ho. I was really like on top of getting emotes situated, like sub badges, working on
mhm.
the VOD stuff, thinking of like different content games and ideas to kind of maybe hopefully expose myself to a lot more people with like just the gaming and stuff. But I feel like nowadays I'm like kind of slowing down. It doesn't feel like burnout per se, but it feels like it's
Mhm.
just so overwhelming that I'm like consistently always thinking about this like
Oh
24/7.
yeah,
Uh,
I definitely had
where it
that
gets to
too.
that point of like I guess being a little unhealthy
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to work on a Monday and be like, "All right, what's the schedule this week?" And then I'd get so ambitious and be like, "I'm gonna do 4 streams and they're gonna be this long and blah blah blah." And then I'd post it, and then like the second scheduled day would come and I'd have like a shit day at work and I'd be like, "I don't even want to do this," or whatever. But it came to a point where it was something I was constantly thinking about. I was like, do I need more emotes? What about the Discord? What about this?
Hmm.
What if I update a panel? Like, is that is anyone gonna even fucking notice? But I was constantly on that, and it does kind of like consume your whole brain, especially if it's something you really want.
Oh, of course. Yeah, like it's I remember it's like hard for me is like when do I deserve to give myself a break? But that's just like my
Mm-hmm.
personality in general when it comes to work.
Mm-hmm.
I will call myself a workaholic like even with like my 9 to 5 job and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll burn that midnight oil. I'll be the guy to be like, "Yeah, let's get this done. We'll figure it out like with all these like random tech issues that might happen throughout the night on our servers and stuff like that."
Yeah,
I won't get too deep
it's
into the
always
details of
like that
software
with the
engineering, but
servers.
yeah.
The
Hmm.
overnight updates and shit failing.
Hmm.
Uh,
Exactly.
yeah.
But I'm trying to like get out of that mind space and like I'm kind of maybe getting better at it nowadays with Twitch, but it is hard. It is, I mean, being plugged in is hard, I think, for anyone, like
Yeah.
especially like on social media,
Hmm.
Twitch, like any other platform that you just want
Yeah.
to surf on.
Well, damn, what motivates you and what do you do in between videos? I guess most of the time you're just streaming to create more videos.
Yeah, what was the first part again? Sorry.
What motivates you to keep coming back?
Um, I think just like the banter with you guys in the
Yeah.
chat. I think that's like probably the number one thing.
Yeah.
I like hanging out with you guys. I like the jokes. I
Hmm.
like being sassy. I don't know if you've been on my stream, but I like being a lot very sassy.
Hmm.
So if I could bring maybe just like a little bit of a smile to you guys' face, maybe for like a minute or two, like I mentioned to that story about that bar, like
Mm.
that's something that I feel like I want my platform to be. I know that sounds kind of maybe cheesy or corny, but no, I truly believe it. Like I don't
There's no
know.
cheese or corn
I feel
there.
like it's like a personality trait that I got from my mom. She really likes to like be a people pleaser, but it's like maybe a little unhealthy for her. But she's going through I guess is this too much information? Well, she's going through therapy, so she's dealing with that too. So like we're working through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of that as a trait for myself. But
Hmm.
yeah, boundaries is also pretty key too.
Yeah. Do you feel like streaming you've learned how to implement those or like practice having boundaries more?
I feel like it's a tough line to toe
Yeah.
because I don't know if you get this, but sometimes people, I don't know if it's like parasocial, but like they'll become like your besties through like the chat and the screen, but sometimes you still need to have that separation.
Oh
And I'm not
yeah.
trying to be like mean or
Yes.
anything in a sense, be like
Yes.
I need to separate like the
Yeah.
personal from the internet life
Hmm.
because uh if I can't, then I know I'm gonna be 24/7 like on Discord or
Yeah.
24/7
Yeah.
like on the computer. But it's not like I'm discrediting anyone in the chat. No, like please, like assure you, like, I love you guys, I really do. It's
He
just
hates everyone.
it's good to have a little bit of
Unsubscribe.
boundaries.
I'm kidding.
No, don't say that.
They won't listen to me. It's fine. They get it. But
No, they
yeah,
will.
no,
You
they
took my
won't.
bestie away from me. You took Daniil away
Don't
from
wait,
me.
stop. Stop! Don't say
Stop.
that.
Stop.
I'm gonna have Daniil on. We'll have to ask him about it. But you brought it up. So how do you balance your life online and offline, or I guess versus offline?
Um, I usually keep my weekends
Mm-hmm.
free. I felt like I guess when I first started streaming, I just was really gun ho, just like every day. Let's just get some exposure every day,
Oh
just to see like what
damn!
people would like to pop on in. I know it was really bad. Like I used to do like 8 to 12 hour streams, just
Oh
randomly, consistently all
my
the time.
god, that's a lot.
I was super plugged in. But
Holy.
no, we've reeled that back. I'm like, okay, let's just treat this as like the 9 to 5 of the evening, but
Hmm.
like not like full 8 hours. We're just hitting like kind of 6 hours nowadays.
Hmm.
But I usually just try to keep the weekends open and hopefully get outside of the house a little bit. It's okay to touch grass, guys. I recommend it.
Wow.
A little bit of sunshine will cure the soul, or maybe not looking at a screen. I do like to read sometimes. I haven't done it in a while, but that's something I would do to pass the time.
Yeah, I think I'm about to get back into reading too. I'm like,
Well, you got your affirmations behind you, so you're
wait,
good.
you too. I wonder if anyone's noticed, like before this. But yeah, we both have. You can kind of see it more on his screen. Pitbull affirmation poster behind us. I don't know how mine is so large, but you
You love
know,
Pitbull. That's your love for Pitbull is bigger than mine.
I that the funny part is the reason that started is because I was playing Final Fantasy VII and Rude came on the screen and I was like, "This is a Spitball." I was like, "What the fuck?" And that's why I ended up making an
can
emote
see
out
it.
of him.
Oh wow, I could totally see it.
Yeah. And so anytime he was on the screen, I would put Pitbull on the screen.
I love
So
that though. All right, let's go get some potatoes.
okay. Wait.
Pet project.
Shut up, George. Goodness.
What?
I'm trying to get back to the questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I forgot we were interviewing. Okay.
I got that. Do
See,
I
this is
need to
this is this is good.
reschedule?
This is good banter though. This is good
That's what
banter.
I'm saying. See, you weren't nervous. Look at you now. You were talking about.
I was nervous at the beginning though. Chat and everyone in the video, I was nervous at the beginning. That's not my character. This is my character right now. I
Right.
kid. No, it's all one package. Whatever happens, happens.
Shut up.
What?
I'm trying. Okay. Okay.
I'm trying, trying to make sure there's no dead air.
Come back down. Back to the question.
Sorry, lead the dance, lead the dance.
So you go outside sometimes. That's where
Oh
we
my
left
God,
off.
we were talking
That's
about that
what I'm
ages ago.
saying.
Yes, I do go outside sometimes.
Oh my God. So, see, this is what I mean. Does the balance come easy for you to separate online and offline? That was a good chunk of time ago.
Absolutely not. I'm so cooked. I'm always on my computer. Like there's been many weeks, probably months, where I'm just been inside like almost every day,
Oh
just
my gosh.
grinding.
What forces you, or like what goes on in your brain where you're like, it's time for me to go outside?
When someone texts me to go hang out.
Oh my God. No, it's not that bad. Please.
No, it is that bad. It really is that bad.
No!
Yeah.
What are you doing there? You're just like stream, sleep, stream.
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
The reason why I'm like home all the time is like because people probably think like I'm very sociable, but like I am. My battery drains so much though that like my body needs like hibernation for like many hours like after the fact, after these long like 6 to 8 hour streams. Like I know people can just like wake up like super early the next day and just like have like a full battery charge. I'm still recharging until stream starts.
Wow.
In a sense.
Yeah. Well, I always found it hard to like do back-to-back streams like that because it's like after one and you say all the things that are going on or the recent things, you go back the next day early if that's what you do, and then you're like, I already told you everything. I guess we don't have anything to talk about. You know what I mean?
It's the art of talking about nothing. If you want to know some good reference points, watch Seinfeld. That's a show about nothing.
Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Just insert those into your
Bum,
stream.
bum, bum, bum,
Exactly.
What are the things with bakeries and their breads? Why are they not fresh all the time? Why am I getting day-old bread?
As you're saying that, I'm seeing the parallel of your streams being like that. God damn it. I've been Seinfeld.
It's everywhere. Honestly, a goated show, though. It definitely cemented as, like, a cultural, like, point of history for everyone. I think.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't seen it, you'll see, like, references to it, like, all over the place.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, do you have any inspirations or creators that you look up to or have inspired you maybe before streaming or even up to now?
That has inspired me. I gotta say Kevin Pereira on G4 TV. I don't know if you know who that guy is.
I don't.
He's kind of like a host of the Attack of the Show. He co-hosted it with Olivia Munn.
Oh.
I like his personality, and I like kind of like he just really hits random one-liner jokes like all the time. Just like while he's like riffing, and like I feel like that show was like super ad-libbed, so he's definitely one of them for sure. For streamers, that is a good question. I guess I only really like started noticing the bigger ones through I guess the reboot of G4 because they did bring some streamers onto that platform as like co-hosts. So I think Will Neff. I think Will Neff is pretty funny. In my book, I don't know if you guys know Barber's King. He does like a lot of like games. Like he's a variety gamer, but he beats them super fast on like hard mode all the time. He's kind of like Omega Giga Chad kind of vibe situation. I kind of hit a lot of different types of personalities on Twitch because I feel like you need to have like maybe just like a tiny bit of one while you're live on the streaming space. And
yeah, I feel like it's just a melting pot, and honestly it works better for you if that is if you are more welcoming or hit all these different boxes because you're kind of just like opening the range of people you can get to be hanging around.
Also, like Sea Dogs. I don't know if anyone knows Sea Dogs. I've been seeing him a lot more recently. Apparently he's like a big YouTuber before the stream popped up, but he's like he does the co-streams of like Iron Mouse and stuff like that, and Iron Mouse is super huge nowadays.
Are these people that you're saying like play similar games, or they're just kind of like all over the place?
They're all like variety stuff. I feel like more of the bigger ones now are just doing IRL stuff. I wish I could do more of that, but as a no income household, it's hard to kind of do IRL stuff without spending do IRL stuff without spending money, like lots of money.
Yeah.
But no,
Definitely.
they play Final Fantasy. They do like a lot of first playthroughs, like blind
Hmm.
playthroughs of a lot of games that I like to play as a kid growing up. So
Yeah.
kind of gravitate towards watching those. He's been doing the JRPGs recently, Sea Dogs. I think he's done Final Fantasy 7. I think he's done 8, 9, and I think 10. He does crazy long ones though. He'll do like a sit down where like he'll just play the whole game in one sitting.
Oh my
Like he'll just be streaming
God.
like nonstop until he beats the game. And I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I have
Yeah.
that tenacity.
That's crazy.
But I like him because he
After.
does voice acting. He's a voice actor, so like that's
Oh,
his other
okay.
job.
Yeah. Well, when are you gonna start voice acting?
When my voice is blessed by Fergie and God or
Fergie.
Jesus or
What is? Isn't that from Talladega Nights? What
that's
the?
from Step Brothers.
Okay, same shit. Same cast, basically. Well, you gotta
No, I
start
feel like
somewhere.
I want to probably keep training my voice. I don't I'm not really training like professionally with like a coach or
Mm.
anything, but it's hard. I try some voice acting stuff on stream, but I think my voices don't stay consistent. And I know you flamed me for my yeehaw voice, which I will work on for sure.
As a Texan, I think I have to.
Oh,
and
of course.
and
I mean, it's hard to do a southern accent. I don't know. It's a
not for
dialect.
me. It actually pops out sometimes. So,
I have too much of a surfer bro accent. Like,
do you?
I don't know.
You think
Maybe.
Boston didn't change you?
No, because I thought Boston was gonna have a ton of accents, but
They
that's kind
have.
of
They
like the old
definitely
school.
speak in a way.
It's the old school people though. Like a lot of the kids
I
that I went
don't
to college
know.
with in
As soon as I
Boston, like
landed
they
there,
all
I was like, "Whoa."
maybe I got used to it, but like no, like even like when I went to college there, like a lot of my classmates, like they're from all over the
Well,
country, but we
yeah.
kind of almost have like similar accents. Like the only people that I knew that had like really like strenuous were the southern accents from like the Carolinas or from Texas. Like they
Oh,
had
okay.
accents,
Are you
but
telling
then
me I
like
have an accent?
no, you don't actually. To me, you don't have an accent.
Yeah, whenever I met a bunch of people recently, they were like, "Oh, you definitely be saying y'all," and I was like, "Yeah, what else
I
would I
say y'all, but
say?"
I've never been
Yeah,
down there.
exactly,
What are you gonna
exactly.
say? You all?
Yeah, well,
Everyone?
somebody from maybe it was, I don't know if it was Boston or Pennsylvania or something. Somebody was like, "Ew, I hate that you say y'all," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And they say "use" or something like that. And I was like, "That sounds stupid." He was like, "Well, y'all sound stupid," and I was like, "Whoa, wow, okay."
Use is stupid.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, plural "you" is kind of wild.
I've
uh,
never used use before. No, it's either
yeah.
y'all or you all, but I think I just say y'all a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it comes natural to me. So
The California accent is always saying like, so I say like a lot. So
I feel
maybe you'll
like,
hear it in my
yeah,
sentences now.
I've heard people say, "Oh, you sound like a Valley girl, but also somehow Texan." I I don't know how to explain that.
I mean, I grew up near the valley, so I definitely know what a valley accent is.
Oh my God, is it that? Do I sound like that?
No, no, I don't think so.
Interesting.
It's like it's a certain inflection. It's like the influencer voice, like kind of like if you hear like some of the annoying influencer
Mm-hmm.
voices. I'm now really outing a bunch of them.
Uh
Not
oh.
naming names, but
Oh, what do they sound like?
it is out. I'm not gonna replicate it. I can't do it because I'm when I'm not a valley girl. I can't
You
do it.
could
But
be.
it's like
It's your
more
voice
like a
acting.
higher
Go.
tone, and they're like they
Is it
say
like
like a lot.
nasally?
Like it's a little nasally. Yeah. It's like, oh, like totally like went to the mall and like I saw this guy and he's like he's totally
No, yeah, keep going. You're
no,
starting.
no, no, no.
You were about to be on one. No, I feel like with doing the podcast, I've eliminated a lot of likes and ums and filler words. Most of the recordings are not this unhinged. I will say that.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm the first well, what about
What about what? Oh God.
for maybe a guest in the future? I won't say his name to
Oh,
well, we
well, you
already did
already
say his name.
did.
We already did, okay.
Yeah.
Daniil. I mean, Daniil's gonna be unhinged.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No, I mean like they're unhinged, but in a different way. Like You know.
This feels like just a normal conversation. I don't know. This is
It is a normal
this is how I am.
conversation.
Sorry, no, there's
What?
now people are like, is this not a normal conversation?
People
Like,
are
is
gonna
he
be like,
putting up
"What is
a
this?"
front here or something?
Yeah, he's really trying hard to get all the new followers. Guys, go follow him.
Mhm.
But also don't sub.
No, please don't follow me. No, I'm just a piece of shit.
I did not say that. I, for one, did not say that. All right.
No, I said to myself.
No, shut up. I'm trying to go back. You're doing the streamer thing.
I know you said that. I know. Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Wait, what? I did not.
I know I said it. I know you didn't say it.
Okay, I was like, what? I specifically said I didn't. Oh my god. God damn it. So do you...
Did I get you off your question?
Yeah, you did. God damn it. I'm trying really hard.
You got to keep this all in. No edits. No edits here.
I can't, actually.
Why not?
Because the whole chunk about me moving, I already said that in my episode, but you wouldn't know because you didn't listen to it. God damn it. Outed. This will only go out unless you listen
but not
to
100%, okay? I listen, not 100%. That's true honesty right there.
Man,
I like it, I comment.
And then that's it.
I'm sleeping. I told you I'm hibernating the whole time. It's like so hard. It's so hard for me. Live a tough life.
It's so
I
tough.
can't. No pity. No pity for me. Don't no.
You too can donate to the George Fund on his stream.
Honestly, I do feel weird when I get donations on Twitch. A little
Wait,
bit. I don't
you know
know. Like
what?
I feel like I don't deserve it. I feel like I don't deserve it. That's
Why?
like subs or like bits and all that stuff.
Oh.
I feel like I get a little like
Why?
yeah, I don't know.
That's the whole point.
I know that's the whole point, but I guess I
They
wish I
want
could
your
just do
emotes.
it by like merit, I suppose.
What?
Give me participation
What?
trophy.
Yeah, what do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't like receiving
You
gifts
just
is
want
like it's
follows?
always tough for me.
Receiving gifts?
follows
What
are
is
nice.
Christmas like? But yeah, like I mean, being a streamer, I guess you're ripping off a lot of these like band-aids, talking in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you kind of got used to that with like going to that bar, but then also getting okay with like.
But that's like one-on-one, and I don't see him ever again.
What?
Here, you could see him over and over again.
You're like, it's actually worse. They do it every month. They come back.
Because no, like the people I do meet at the bar, they're like travelers. A lot of them are mostly travelers that are just like come on in there and be like, oh, like I'm coming
yeah.
from like a tour from like a
Yeah.
band, and like I'm here in the city for just like a night. Like, what is there
Yeah.
to do and stuff like that.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm gonna go back to my questions.
Go for it.
Okay. So, do you have friends in the Twitch or YouTube, even space, maybe even TikTok, that you've made in your time of being online? And have you ever met them? What the fuck was that?
Be like you, right? Like that's just
Whoa.
it. That's yeah. Whoa.
Well, it's not just me.
Well, yeah. I guess like literally that weekend was probably
Mhm.
like the first time where like I started like beating I guess other content creators or like streamers IRL.
Mhm.
So you're the one that started it. I mean I did meet I think one person prior to that, but I kind of I feel like I don't interact too much. I mean like I interact with people like on their Twitch streams and stuff like
Yeah.
that and hang out with them in chat, but I guess I never go out of my way to like ask them to hang out because like in the back of my mind I'm always feeling maybe more self-conscious. It's like okay, like if I do this, I feel like I've seen it happen to me too, where like people just like ask to hang out, but then it like kind of feels like they're trying to make like a business transaction of like, oh, like you maybe have like a following. Let me see if I can like attach myself to that.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to like be perceived as that, like just maybe just randomly offshooting to like other streamers that I would consider friends.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just kind of keep it professional. I just kind of be like, I'm just here when I'm here if I can, and just talk to you in chat.
Right. So what was it like meeting, I guess, people from the online space, especially instead of, I think you said kind of the last one was in passing. So what was it like to? You're like, oh, I know you as a username, but now you're like here.
Uh, I think it's fun to see the different quirks between, I guess, like the online and like the in person.
Hmm.
Because I feel like we behave differently when you're through a screen and also when you're
Hmm.
in person. Uh, I guess I learned that too during the pandemic with like the Zoom calls and all that jazz that
Oh,
we've been
true.
going through.
Yeah.
You have less sensory like things to like read on a screen because like even if you're seeing faces on like a video camera, it doesn't really mimic like being in person and like physically seeing them, like
Hmm.
with like the eye contact, maybe like the body language and stuff like that, and just like all the external stimuli that might like lead you to understand maybe that person a bit better.
Hmm.
So it felt pretty cool just hanging out with y'all and just like you guys actually exist. You're not just like internet personality that could just like I don't know be like a front. I don't know how to like explain it in a sense where like it's like different, but it is different.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was nice. It felt like that weekend actually did help me reset my brain on like the work life balance of streaming and non-streaming, if
Hmm.
that makes sense. So
In
I
what
will
way?
say thank you, Bambina. Thank you very much for
Whoa.
freeing my weekends to just relax and touch grass.
Yeah. So wait, like you were saying, some friendships maybe online seem transactional. Like, what do you mean by that? Or I guess like, what is the feeling of that whenever it starts to creep in? Does that make sense? Like, what makes you start
Hmm.
to think that with people?
Oh, I guess when like I don't know, like I feel like you can tell. I mean, I usually don't look at numbers when I'm streaming, but like
Mm-hmm.
you can get like some senses, and maybe that's just like overthinking, but like maybe like there's one day you have like XYZ amount of viewers where like it's like way more than your normal status quo, but then you're starting to see people who you haven't really talked to in forever kind of pop on in there and just like say hello and stuff like that.
Mm.
Where you're like, okay, why are you here now at this moment? But that might be just overthinking of all that
Mm-hmm.
situation. So I don't know. I feel like I just kind of keep it more professional, so like there's no feelings involved because I don't like drama per se. So like I don't want to stir up any drama if
Uh,
like that's but that makes me be complacent and like not try to talk to people and like try to meet them IRL and stuff like that, right? Like I'm just more so like I'm just here for the fun time for like the
right.
couple hours I might have free in my day
Right.
and go on my merry day.
I wasn't expecting that. You mean like more, I guess, with the transactional thing? You're like, you say like a username popped up and then they haven't come back in a long time, but then when the numbers are higher, they pop back in. That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you meant more like, uh, and I know this isn't the case, or at least I don't think that's the case, but like with you and Daniil, like you're like, let's do this so that we can bop off of each other's followers or something. Like that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh no. That that's fun because I feel like Daniil was more the one that initiated, I
Hmm.
guess, more so of that friendship. So
Yeah.
I guess I liked that dynamic because it was just easy. It was just fun to talk to, like,
Yeah.
and then we just started watching like random like anime and Discord. So like it just felt like I don't know,
Yeah.
we clicked as
Yeah.
friends like really
And you
quickly.
can
But like
tell as
it's
a
kind of hard to
complete
do that
outsider.
with like other streamers. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it kind of requires you to at least be there for both. I guess you would have to be there for that person, and then vice versa on their streams, and sometimes that isn't always reciprocated.
Oh, of
But
course.
yeah,
And like I don't put any like
yeah,
blame or any like ill intent on if that's the case. Like you
yeah,
guys do your thing. Like whatever happens happens. Like I'm just here to have a good time. So
yeah. Well, so between your streams and your YouTube channel and the videos that you post, and it's okay if you don't have an answer to this question. Some people do, some people don't. Do you feel like you have a mission statement or a through line, maybe like a message for your streams or like your why for why you do this?
mission statement. Oh, this really
Mm-hmm.
does sound like a like a big interview. I don't have like anything formal top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see if I could think of one right now. No, I'm not like I'm not like just trying to like say
Authentic. No,
some
I'm kidding.
random. No, no, it is not just like a random line. I guess my philosophy, I suppose, with like streaming and like content and everything is like making the connections with people, but also just acceptance, but
Mm-hmm.
I think acceptance in a positive light. Uh, like we all come from a lot of different walks of life,
Mm-hmm.
and I really just want to emphasize the message like just because someone has a different opinion or maybe something objectively different from you shouldn't be so polarizing with your views. You should always come with it with an open book per se. I see it so often, and even I've met people who've like mentioned to me is like you have to pick a side, like you have to stand one side or the other. I like the gray because it's not I like it's sounds cheesy, but nothing's black and white. So like you just need to understand the emotions and the intent of other people, but also be cognizant of it and respectful. And you can have good conversations and debate with other people in the world instead of like being like super emotional and then maybe saying something that you might regret later, or you're just saying something that is just super negative, but you don't think it's super negative in that moment. So I think my mission statement is just like compassion and is hopefully like because I don't know, I feel like social media, like people can just say the most heinous things like right into the void, and then like there's no repercussions because like they're behind a username or
Yeah.
they're in a sense like just like a random person on the side of the road just screaming into the void. Like
Mm.
no one's gonna really pay too much attention to it, but like it's still there and other people can read it and
Mm.
maybe internalize it because yeah, there's a lot of things on the internet that could be real or non-real, but I think I just want to foster critical thinking. Not everything that's in your mind is the right answer because it does change over history. Like
Mm-hmm.
history always changes all the time. People who are the big world leaders, like they'll change your history if they do win a war or something like that. Like things do get changed and doctored in a sense, but like you
Mm-hmm.
need to understand yourself personally with your beliefs before you can start maybe having different changes of like meeting different walks of life. Because hey, maybe you meet a person in the future and then they say a worldview that just completely changes like how you want to think about life,
Mm.
and then you're like, oh wow, I can metamorphosize into something a little bit different. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
that
always
sounded very
like
tangenty, but
no, that's fine. I like to say that people are allowed to change their mind with more information, and sometimes in the
mhm.
space that doesn't that doesn't fly. Or I guess more people are very like rigid in their answers, and they don't really like to talk about anything that is opposing their own viewpoint. Is what I've noticed. And that's
Yeah.
why one of the reasons why when I pitched this to Neosci, he was like, "No, I think you're in a perfect position because I usually don't have a lot of like takes on gaming and different things that would be super divisive, and I wouldn't be like, no, that didn't happen because of this. Like, I just don't really care, and it's kind of like an open ground for anybody to talk about whatever they want
Mhm.
to. Um, so you get to like learn more about people rather than like stay in the like in the echo chamber is what I like to call it. um,
Yeah, no, I think that's a healthy mindset, and
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's helped me. I mean, I feel like I've learned that throughout the years of growing up and moving to so many different places, like living
Mm,
in Boston and living in Los Angeles. They're two different cultures and different types of people with the way they think about life and stuff like that. Many different personalities, and yeah, you just kind of you. I guess you don't like. Well, I guess you can pick and choose in a sense because like we're our own humans, so like you get to pick what feels like your
yeah.
your makeup of a person, but I guess never just discredit I guess something else because it's there's no really anything objective, right? In
Yeah.
life, everything is kind of like
Well, you can't
built
have
on a
like
social contract.
opinions without contrast, I guess. So there's that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, in your opinion, what is the best and worst thing about being online?
the best thing is probably the quick outreach. I feel like what stuck with me is my dad was telling me like, oh, I remember as a kid growing up, like you would never really meet your friends growing up from school, especially if you like moved to another state or if you went
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else to another country. It's hard to keep in touch unless you like start writing letters or you found a way to like kind of like visit each other from time to time. But with the internet, they kind of expand in a thing where like you can keep those connections
Mm-hmm.
way longer and a bit more instant. So I think that's what I like. The beauty of being online is like you have just a general wealth of a lot of information. It is a lot of power out there. You just got to know how to filter it. But then, yeah, the flip side of that is people can be too dialed in, where it might honestly alter our brains. It probably has altered a lot of our brains growing up with the internet in the Wild West, from what like the 90s to now.
Yeah.
Talking about our age, but
I
but
felt
yeah, like it's
targeted.
like there's a lot of things on there that like maybe you weren't supposed to be seeing as a kid growing up. I remember having this conversation with my friends, like
Okay.
back then you would see like the most heinous things, like before, like like the dark web and all that stuff. Like you have like all these different types
I
of
was not on the dark web. Were you?
I wasn't either. I wasn't either,
Right.
but
Okay.
things go around,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
playground and the quad
Oh.
or whatever. So but yeah, I feel like yeah, it's Pandora's box. It's like you can't close the internet, so like it's going to be there. But yeah, I feel like the negative is anyone can say anything on there, and it's hard to credit any sources, right? But I guess you could say the same thing too with like libraries and books. Like whoever wrote the book is like you're just kind of reading
Yep.
off that and hopefully basing your
And who
beliefs off that.
funded the book? What
And
is
who
the
funded the book too?
publisher of the
Exactly.
book?
Exactly. So like you could do that in all different and
Yeah.
various things, but I feel like we're in a point where we want everything so instant now since the
yeah.
internet is giving it to us that like we don't even want to do the check afterwards, right? Like we'll just take it as is and then just kind of run with it. And most of the time it does work, but majority of the time it might be not the right maybe move for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of people tell me that the answer to that question is the people are the best thing, and also the people are the worst thing. So you kind of said the same.
We're our own
Yeah.
worst critic. Yeah.
I mean, I guess exposure is really your answer, like on both sides. Well, for both. Yeah, it could be like exposure and people. But yeah, very interesting. So we talked about a little bit about like other people and just being online. Let's talk about you. What is
Oh
you?
no, the worst thing
I
to
know.
talk about.
You're like, I feel under the spotlight now. What is your biggest self critique, whether that's in content creation or it's IRL?
My biggest self critique. Can I say workaholic? I said that earlier.
I guess you did, yeah. You can say that, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know when to stop, and then sometimes it becomes too unhealthy. And I think I know like there's diminishing returns when you're just consistently working nonstop. That like you just don't get maybe a new breath of fresh air of like a new creative idea because you're just kind of working, and
Right.
seeing like okay, like this is gonna work like eventually. So I guess maybe yeah, being a little stubborn. I'll admit I'm a little stubborn sometimes.
Okay.
I'm very stubborn. That's my self-critique for all of my other software engineering interview jobs in the future. But I
Okay.
learned to
I'm
self-reflect
preparing
and
you
also
here. Oh my
I'm too much of a
goodness.
hard worker.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
He's using all the positive like self critique.
Yeah, all the
He's
positive self-critique.
I'm
Yep.
just always on time.
But see, I hate that bullshit. I do. I hate that bullshit so much in interviews.
I care too much.
that feels so inauthentic because everyone keeps giving the same damn answers. Like, okay, this is how
Yeah.
you ace the interview, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Tell me about you for
buy
real.
me a drink. Go get like go have lunch with someone or something. Like
I think
do
that's
an
the best
interview
way to
like
do it.
casual, and then that'd probably be better.
All right, we talked about your self critique. Now, what are you most proud of? Whether that's like a stream, a playthrough, a video. Hopefully, if that's the case, it's not so much like the numbers that were associated with it. Maybe not the video got the most views or likes or viewers in the stream, but what are you most proud of?
Consistency, honestly. Like I don't care for like a certain moment of like a stream or like
Yeah.
a landmark per se. It's just more so am I still waking up every day and still loving the thing that I want to do? And the answer is yes. And my friends see it too. Like they I don't know, I keep ignoring them too, like my IRL friends, but they're like, yeah, like they all keep saying like we love and like respect your consistency of like just still doing this because a lot of our friends, like we have a lot of dreams and stuff like that. And we do work on a bit of our passion projects here and there, but like getting started and hitting that execution and then completing it to the end, that's always a tough thing for a lot of people, I think. So for me, I think the biggest accomplishment is still going a year and 6 months strong, and hopefully I could say that in hopefully the next. I don't want to stop, so like maybe I want to do it as a grandfather, like a grandpa or something. But like
Mm,
I don't know. I mean, unless something big changed, like a big change happens in my life, where like maybe I have to go through like a different career change, I would want
mm,
to stay consistent
mm.
on just like hanging out with all the people that I've made friends with throughout this wild journey of me kind of yapping.
Yeah, I guess. When is your 2 years? Like soon, kind of. I guess in
Two
six
years would
months.
probably be in 6 months, yeah.
You're gonna do a big like blowout for this.
That's the tough part. I don't
You
I don't like
should.
I don't like overhyping
Oh my
streams in a
god.
sense.
You
Like
gotta.
people
It's the
I know I probably
game.
should. I probably should. I know it's the game, but then I'm like everyone's playing that game and like I guess I
Yeah.
want to be different, but then maybe being too different is like not the way to do it.
You're contrarian.
I don't like this relates to like I don't like celebrating my birthday that often. Like if my birthday happens, it's just a day. I'll just like
What?
treat myself and buy myself a little present for myself, but I don't really like
George, what
I
is
don't really
this?
try to plan like
What
a
is this thing about
party or
not being
like
in
a
the
dinner
spotlight or not being treated like um
exactly. Like
right?
I don't know. I'm just a single person on this rock. Like
That deserves
I
to
don't
be
know. It's if
celebrated. And
no, it's
get
okay.
subs and have a blowout 2 year stream. Yep. Let's
It's just
get
like
into
my
that.
mentality of living on the world. It's not like I'm not trying to be dreary or anything, but I'm just one guy, like just on a rock, and like I'm just
We're all
glad to
just
be
a guy on
alive,
a
I guess.
rock.
Yeah, we're just on a rock, and like I don't think like we. I guess well, it does sound contrarian because like I'm trying to like hopefully get like maybe I don't know
Exactly.
the exposure out there, but like I want to make people happy. It's not so like I don't want to be like super like famous and be like okay like I'm buying all the
What makes
Bugattis and
George
all this
happy?
shit. But yeah,
You want to make other people happy. What makes George happy?
that's what makes me happy.
Making other people makes you happy. Making other
Yeah,
people
making
happy
other
makes
people
you
happy.
happy. What
Yeah.
the?
Is that not a good answer?
I mean, I guess it is, but then it's also dependent on other people all the time.
Well, I'm just super easy to please. You know what will make me happy? I'll tell you like 3 or 5 items.
Okay.
A burrito, coffee, a bed, and
This is your daily life, I
probably
think.
probably AC now because that's a blessing. That's a beautiful
Probably is
blessing.
insane.
Uh,
Probably is actually wild.
and then quality time with friends. That's it. Those 5 things. Like literally, that's what I feel like I've learned being unemployed for like over a year is like I was happy, making maybe like good software engineering money.
Mm.
I bought like very extravagant things for like hobbies, like record players and all this like collection stuff, and
Mm.
it does bring me happiness whenever I grab it. But then like
It's fleeting.
I don't know, I still feel the same.
Yeah.
But like now, like that, I'm like kind of roughing it a little bit, even though people might say I'm not roughing it,
Who
because
says
I'm like
that?
kind of using a lot of my savings.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just like I have, I guess, more of an appreciation for non-materialistic things, I guess,
Yeah.
of just kind of like living a life of content with just what's there,
Yeah.
what's there when I'm waking up in the morning.
I want to
I
say
don't know.
something,
Does
but
that
I
make
don't-
sense?
yes, I hear you. I mean, I'm glad. I feel like being in situations like that forces you to find whatever makes you happy. Like honestly, like me being here, like I
Mhm.
lived alone before still, but for like a couple years. And that was cool, but this is like a different level. Like being gone entirely is a different kind of beast, but you learn like how to check certain boxes for yourself, like where's my social box and where's my athleticism box and have I been eating healthy and like what makes me
Mhm.
happy when I'm alone and what is my recharge time and whatever. So like yeah, it definitely you have to be put in situations like that to even look at that
Yeah.
and start to figure out well what does fill all these, because if not it's kind of like if you don't know where to even start with satisfying some of those needs, you can kind of be like jarring maybe or like
That's
panic inducing.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, when you're living alone, you have that like introspection, and you'll hit moments where like okay, like now you can kind of just study like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm dancing to this song, does that like make me happy? Or like if I'm going to get like this item of food, like is that bringing joy
Yeah.
to me? Or is that like, am I coping with maybe an emotion that I should be, dealing with and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions you can ask yourself, especially when you're alone and kind of in the silence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot
And then
comes
you can
out.
kind of figure out like your gauges for, yeah, your social life, like how much you want to socialize. I feel like I'm very introverted in that regard because like I guess growing up I never really socialized too much
Really?
as like a kid. I would just like was
Is it
super
because
in
you
the
had
books,
siblings
just
though?
studying and all that stuff. Even with my sibling, my younger brother was way more outgoing than I was
Mm.
growing up. I would be gaming on the weekends every weekend because I would get lost in the stories. I think I love getting lost in stories because
Mm.
I'm just gonna steal this quote from Ethan Hawke, but like you get to live a life that is something maybe you would want to experience, but not have the repercussions of maybe the consequences or maybe the benefits of it in
Mm-hmm.
a sense, right? Because like, what if you played like a game where like you're a villain, like you get to experience living life as a villain, but like you don't want to do that in real life because you're gonna get arrested and all that jazz. I'm
Right.
not saying like
Do
I
you
want
want
to
to
be
be
a
the
villain per
villain?
se, but
Yeah.
like it's just like an example. Or like,
I'm
what if
just
you like
messing with
like you
you.
want to like experience like I don't know like maybe like a romance. There's like a bunch of beautiful
Mm-hmm.
games out there where you can like have like a romance like blossom. Like you have like the social links and stuff like. We're gonna go to the persona thing now, right? Like you have like that social life aspect in that
Right.
game, and like you
Mm-hmm.
can live it through it, and like you get
Uh-huh.
different experiences because people wrote it based on their own experiences. So you're kind of like living vicariously through different
Yeah.
lives, either digitally or like in like when you're reading a book, like you have like a certain genre that you like to read. It could
Mm-hmm.
be, I don't know, sci-fi, and like, hey, maybe we won't be able to get up to, space in our generation, like just casually be like, oh, just like spacewalking or like hanging out on another planet, meeting like some space aliens. But you could do that in a book or you could do that in a game. And I
Very
really like just
true.
kind of delving myself into those characters.
Wow. I don't even know how we got there. I lost it. I lost it
I lost
completely.
it too. I don't know.
I was like, to bring it back to. He's now wielding a deck of cards. So things have
It's my
changed.
fidget toy. My fidget toy.
True, true, true. So, wait, so you said you're most proud of consistency. That's where we left off with that.
Yes, consistency.
Yeah. So, you said something about wanting to get into why you started, or I'm going to hand the mic to you.
I guess
How did
maybe
you
maybe
want
I
it?
guess how I guess I wanted to use the stream as
Mm-hmm.
a weird form of therapy, maybe not therapy for myself per
Whoa.
se.
Okay, elaborate.
Uh, I guess like growing up, I used to be. I mean, you've asked this a few times. Where like
Mm.
how was I as a person growing up? Am I like the same now as I am
Yeah.
back then?
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, no, I was very much a quiet, stoic kid that just buried his heads in the books and stuff like that. And like I had a lot of different probably thoughts and ideas in my brain and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to maybe comprehend and like expel that, in words. But I guess in a sense, I became more of a listener
Mm-hmm.
as a person growing up, and I feel like that's like probably the biggest strength too. Uh,
Yeah.
for me as a personality with a lot of my friends, they always say, "Yeah, you really do remember a lot of the things that we talk about instead of just kind of nodding your head and saying yeah all the time, especially if they do just talk about like random tangents
Mm.
and stuff like that." And because yeah, I take hopefully every interaction as long as I'm fully charged. I feel like if I'm like socially drained, there's gonna be moments where like I just can't comprehend anything going through my ears.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted, I guess, stream to be maybe an outlet where I guess I would consider. It's gonna be weird, right? Because like I feel like I want to make people smile, so I'm like I'm yapping a lot. But I'm thinking, for me personally, yapping could be construed as maybe more of a negative light, where like it has like more of that self-centered, like you're just yapping and talking like
I don't
nonstop.
think so. I mean,
And
like
in a sense,
if you're like not letting other people speak, then that's one thing, you know. But
hmm
I feel like most of your yapping is like a question to induce more conversation. You know, it's not like, and then there's this about me, and then this is what I
hmm
did, and this is what I bought. And then when people try to like relate to you, you're like, so anyway, you know, I don't think you're doing that, you know? Because I've definitely encountered people like that where it's like they can only ever talk about themselves or how it relates to something that they're doing.
But no, I feel like I used the stream probably as like my yap session. Like I don't yap even IRL, and I think you've kind of clocked that a little bit when we were hanging out at that P3R stuff. But that's just me. Just normally day to day is just kind of just enjoying the moment, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about like the deep conversations, but I guess I'm more inquisitive, or like I want to know more about you than talking about me, I guess,
Is
per
it
se.
because you don't
So
want to
that's why
reveal
I
anything
use.
about yourself?
Uh,
You're like,
no, I
let
don't
me.
mind revealing.
Speaking of
I
cards,
don't
keep
mind
cards
revealing stuff
here,
about
but I
myself.
want to
I
see
just
all
sometimes I
yours.
guess I feel like people just. It goes back to like celebrating birthdays. I feel like people just don't care.
That's
In the back
not
of my mind.
true, George. That
I
is
know it's
just
not
not
true, but
true.
see, that could be like a little flaw right there. So I don't know.
No one said.
But
I
I mean,
didn't say
hey.
that. I didn't say that. I just said that's not true.
So that's what I use the stream for, is just to
Do you feel like it's
practice
working?
on. I think so. Yeah, I feel more confident in myself. I guess more in the day-to-day stuff too.
Yeah.
I feared talking to people like on the phone or like cold calling, like just
Well,
for
cold
things and
calling
stuff like that.
always.
Always
Yeah.
tough. But now I'm just like, I'll just do it because like there's just a yapper just like me.
What are you saying?
No. All jokes aside, I feel like there's more. I don't know. I feel like I'm more myself now when I'm like kind of out and about.
Right.
Because I feel like the pandemic really bottled me up too much. In a sense where like I didn't really want to talk about like anything. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like I'm gonna do my thing and you do yours.
You must have
So I feel like
thrived back then, huh? You're like, finally, it's just me in my box.
no, I didn't thrive. I was actually very depressed during the
I
pandemic.
think
I'll
everyone
be
was
honest.
because
Yeah, just super
community
depressed.
is actually important, heavily important.
I didn't realize I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I really actually do need like
Socialization.
to socialize. Yeah.
Yeah, it
We're
drove me
social
nuts.
creatures, even though you
Yeah.
say you like to be alone. You want a little bit of interaction.
Oh, I was like, not me. I feel like whenever I started my stream journey, I was very like whispery and soft and like, hi everyone. Hi.
Were you
thank
going to do
you.
ASMR
Thank
content?
you. No, that wasn't even my point.
No.
I was just nervous. Like, I was nervous that I wasn't going to be liked or have anything important to say or be interesting enough.
That's super valid. I mean, I felt
Yeah.
the same. I felt like I was super monotone and very, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
I probably sounded something like this the whole time, and then like I would hear myself in the recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I hate hearing my voice. I hate that. Even though I
Even
yap
still?
so much and I'm like editing stuff. I mean, I don't mind it now,
Yeah.
but like I
Definitely
don't
in the
know.
beginning.
You,
It's
you,
like-
your voice in your head is definitely a lot different than what it is recorded
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
But I'm guessing it got better over time, right? For
Oh, yeah.
the talking, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very evident if you see like really old. What I used to do is just edit out like BRBs in the beginning of stream and leave pretty much everything else. If you go back to any of those, I've been very different from how I am now. And I think I don't know if I would be like who I am today without streaming, but like it's true. Like you get a lot of your confidence in speaking and being able to manage things live on your toes. Kind of like that's its own skill.
That's true. Although I feel like I got a little bit of practice with like live demos as a software engineer,
Yeah.
because they always fail when I present against stakeholders, and then you have to fix it like right in front of them, so they
Yeah.
don't be like, "Where did we spend all our money on?"
Like me. You're like, by the way, my birthday's coming up.
But no, yeah, definitely. Oh god, it does take a minute to just like hopefully not get too flustered. You got to like kind of roll with the punches, especially
Yeah.
while live the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I can relate to that too. Like presenting different things that I've made and how to use them and stuff like that. But you do just
Are you
gotta
getting
be
to
like,
the point where like things just like I don't care? Like I feel like I'm getting to the point where like maybe I'm like, you know how like old people are like I don't care like at all on
Yes.
like what's happening, like they're just doing their
Yes.
thing. They're like I feel like
That's how
maybe
I
I'm gonna
feel
turn
now.
into that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm pretty solid in myself. Like anyone could think of whatever they want. They could believe whatever they want. I don't care.
Yeah, go to the grocery stores in
Yeah,
PJs.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think dyeing my
Walking with
hair this
messy
fucking
hair.
red, don't care. I don't care anymore. I did at first.
Not
I
doing
was
my
like,
hair in
maybe
the
let's make
morning and
it
going for a walk.
brown.
No care.
Yeah, no, like actually. All right, what is next for you, George? You got anything coming down the pipeline, gaming wise, IRL life? What is something you're excited for?
I'm excited for TwitchCon. That's coming up
Oh
real
yeah.
soon.
Uh huh. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Have you
pretty
been?
hyped for that. That's probably like never been, but it's what the 10-year anniversary, and I love
Mm.
San Diego. Love the tacos. Love the beach down there. There's gonna be some
Uh-huh.
tubular vibes, some gnarly vibes.
There goes
That's
that
some
beach
California
lingo.
lingo for you guys.
Yeah, there it goes.
Radical dude.
Have you been in like any other conventions before?
I've been
Or I guess
to PAX
gaming
East
conventions.
for about like I've been to PAX East like
Hmm.
3 or 4 times when you lived in Boston. I actually lived down the street from the convention center, so I just
Holy
buy like a day
moly.
pass
Yeah.
and just walk there. It was so much fun.
Any games you're
Yeah, I
looking
mean, I don't
forward
really
to?
have any like big life plans happening in the
Yeah.
future besides just kind of working more content stuff, but
Right. You
I
got your
guess the
2 year
non-fun answer is
stream coming
probably
out, the TwitchCon. Then what? Voice acting. You gotta have big lofty
I'm
goals.
that's true. That's true. It's probably just more so just like hitting
Mm,
some new games on stream, but also, I mean, I've mentioned I've been working on like kind of like a little side film thingy for
mm.
like a side gig stuff. So if that comes into fruition, that might happen in the future. Don't worry, I'm like not featured in it. I'm just like kind of working behind the
You
scenes,
could
but
be.
just like
There's still time.
making a couple extra bucks there.
Mm,
So, yeah, it just I feel like I'm kind of hitting the stride of helping others with their passion project as best I can, even if I maybe can't fund them as like a producer. But like,
mm,
I have a lot of friends that want to do the film stuff, and I think having my foot in the door with Twitch, I'm like trying to push them to do it themselves because I
mm.
feel like yeah, my besties, like I won't name names, but they have those ideas, they have the scripts and stuff like that, and I'm just telling them just let it rip. Like
Yeah.
you might not get the best actor, you might not get what you need for like that specific script,
Mm,
but like just let it rip. Like just film it now and then worry about it later. But I understand the difference between filmmaking, I guess like outside of like maybe Twitch or something of like a live stream nature. Live stream, you could be more iterative
mm,
with the improvements because you're always doing it over and over again. Where like with film, you kind of have to have that production for that like set couple weeks or how many months you're doing it, and then
mm.
like just kind of nail it on like the first try.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm of the approach to be more iterative because then you get to refine those skills. If you wait so long and never pull the trigger, then there's nothing really to show for it, right?
Yeah.
And you might have a little bit of regret in the future. So I guess that's what's going on in the future. I guess I don't know if that's going to come out anytime soon. But yeah, probably just job applying. That's probably like the most boring
Mm.
answer.
Yeah.
Go back to the software world just to get
Are
some
you
more
excited?
funding. I'm pretty recharged up, so I feel like I
Mm.
might have a bit more steam to go in there again, but maybe with a different mentality of just kind of doing my thing and hopefully don't get caught up with like the weird, parasocial politics and stuff like that of the corporate life. But you know what?
Mm.
Whatever happens, happens.
I feel like they force it. They're like, so we're gonna get our office family together for happy hour.
Actually, I don't mind those events. Like
Yeah.
people like probably loathe it. It gets me out of doing work that day because like they do schedule it during the workday. But
You have to not
I like
burn
to
the
actually
midnight
like
oil.
meet my coworkers. I like to like I don't know, maybe know a little bit about them. I know
Mm-hmm.
some people might not like want that. They just want to keep work there, but
Mm-hmm.
you need to have a little bit of like a social aspect to it for maybe like a healthy work-life balance too, especially at work. Because like
Mm-hmm.
if you're always like heads down working like nonstop, then like you might not get that social battery, working after hours. Like, what if you're too drained at work because like you didn't really have that interaction with maybe some of your coworkers?
Mm-hmm.
Because just a little bit of help, or like maybe just like having lunch with someone, like any of those tiny moments will like brighten your mood. I think
Mm. You really do
outside of
be
work.
you're kind of like an introverted or introverted extrovert, or is it backwards? It's one of those where you're both. You might just be
Yes,
both. Anyway,
I might be both, but yeah,
yeah.
I definitely do need alone time though. There's gonna
Yeah.
be moments where I'm like
Yeah.
I'm too drained.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Well, Halloween will be fun for all the horror games you're probably playing, right?
That's true, but I don't dress up for Halloween. I'm lame. I'm a
You
lame
should.
person.
There's still time, George.
There is still time.
If I'm gonna dress up as Pitbull, you can dress up as something. I'm gonna wear a
What would I
bald
dress up
cap.
as?
I don't know.
What should I dress up as?
That's where you have agency, you know?
Okay. That's not an answer, though.
I know. I don't.
That's just
I
like, you
can't
just
give
figure
you
it
all
out.
the
You
answers,
figure it out.
okay? I can give you
Dang it! If only life could be that easy.
insightful questions. Yeah, exactly. And then you have to come up with the answers. That's how this works. That is how this works. All right. Well, thank you for sharing and being on the pod today. Did you have fun?
Thank you for having me. I did have a lot of fun. I felt like just a casual combo.
That's the idea. Well, everyone, this has been George Gelinas. Please be sure to check him out over on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok for more fun. And be sure to say, when is your two-year stream anniversary? Because I'm waiting on that. Just be sure to grill him. But yeah, this has been George, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. You don't have to worry about the 2-year anniversary. Don't worry about it.
I'm cutting that out. Bye.